Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your hair just isn't working for you anymore? That same hairstyle you loved for years now takes longer to style, feels lifeless, or just doesn't sit right. You're not alone. After 60, our hair changes dramatically. It becomes thinner, drier, and often grayer. Yet most women continue using the same styling habits they've had for decades, without realizing they could be making their hair look older, flatter, or even more fragile. I've seen it time and time again. Women sitting in my chair, frustrated, confused, and unsure what to do. Take Martha, a 72-year-old client who almost cried when she saw her hair after our session. "I finally recognized myself again," she told me, beaming with confidence. "Today, I'll reveal the 10 biggest hair mistakes women over 60 make and how to fix them." If you've been struggling with thinning hair, dryness, or a style that just isn't working, this video is for you. Before we begin, let me know where you're watching from. Drop your city in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for expert-backed beauty and confidence tips designed for women over 60. Now let's start with the most common mistake that surprises my clients the most. 1. Ignoring hair thinning, the silent confidence killer. One of the hardest conversations I have with clients is when they whisper, "Why does my hair look so flat? Why can I see my scalp more?" If you've noticed your ponytail feeling thinner or more scalp showing through, you're not imagining it. 55% of women over 60 experience noticeable hair thinning due to hormonal changes after menopause. The follicles shrink, the growth cycle shortens, and blood circulation to the scalp decreases, making it harder for hair to grow back thick and full. I'll never forget Margaret, a retired school principal who came to me in tears. "My hair was my crowning glory. Now it's just gone." So what worked for her? A layered cut that fell just below her chin, creating the illusion of fullness. Volumizing products designed for mature hair. Lightweight foams that lift at the root. Biotin and vitamin D supplements after consulting her doctor. 6 weeks later, Margaret hosted her first dinner party in a year. "People couldn't stop complimenting my hair," she told me, her smile lighting up the room. The right cut and products make all the difference. But another major mistake women make? Holding on to outdated hairstyles. 2. Holding on to outdated hairstyles. When nostalgia ages you, it's hard to let go of a hairstyle that once made us feel beautiful. Maybe it's the one you had when you got married or when you landed your dream job. I completely understand. But if it's been a decade or more since you updated your look, your style could be making you look older than you feel. Look for these signs. Your styling routine takes longer but looks less polished. You use more and more product to make your style work. Your hair constantly feels flat, stiff, or unmanageable. Take Barbara, a 68-year-old retired nurse. She was still rocking the same curly perm from 1986. When I suggested a softer, more modern curl with face framing layers, she hesitated. 2 weeks later, her husband called me. "She looks 15 years younger. But more importantly, she's smiling at herself in the mirror again." A modern hairstyle doesn't erase your age. It celebrates where you are now. And once you have the right cut, the right color makes all the difference. 3. Overlooking hair color. Darker isn't always better. Have you ever seen a woman with jet black or dark brown hair in her 60s and something just felt off? That's because dark colors create harsh contrasts against softening skin tones. Instead of looking youthful, they accentuate fine lines and create an artificial aging effect. Instead, consider these shades based on your skin tone. Warm skin tones: honey blondes, soft caramel highlights, auburn. Cool skin tones: ash blondes, silver blends, soft brunettes. Deeper skin tones: rich chocolate browns with dimensional highlights. I worked with Janet, 71, who had been box dyeing her hair the same dark brown for 25 years. "It's what my husband remembers," she said softly, though he had passed 3 years earlier. I suggested we honor her natural gray transition with soft, face-brightening highlights. When she saw herself in the mirror, she whispered, "I feel like myself again." 4. Using the wrong hair products. Your shampoo could be aging you. Your scalp produces less natural oil after 60. Yet many women still use the same products from their 40s. Here's what to avoid. Harsh sulfates, strip moisture, causing brittle hair. Heavy oils and butters, weigh down thinning strands. Silicone-based conditioners, build up over time, making hair dull. Instead, look for these. Check sulfate-free shampoos. Neutrogena, L'Oreal, Garnier, budget-friendly and effective. Lightweight volumizing conditioners, won't flatten fine hair. Root-lifting foams, add body without making hair greasy. Take Susan, 67, who had used the same shampoo for decades. After switching to sulfate-free products, she called me 2 weeks later. I can see my waves again. My daughter asked if I got a perm. Your products should support your hair, not work against it. And once you fix this, another mistake to avoid is 5. Skipping regular trims. Why long hair might be hurting your look. I get it. You're growing it out. But after 60, hair grows 10% slower and becomes more prone to split ends. The result? Frizz, shapelessness, and more breakage. How often should you trim? Short hair, every 4 to 6 weeks. Shoulder length hair, every 8 weeks. Long hair, every 10 to 12 weeks. Take Patricia, 73, who hadn't trimmed her hair in over a year. We started a mini trim routine, removing just half an inch each visit. 6 months later, her daughter brought her flowers to the salon. Mom's confidence is blooming right along with her hair. Hair after 60 isn't about fighting age. It's about embracing beauty with confidence. Which mistake surprised you the most? Share in the comments, and if you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more expert-backed tips on aging beautifully and confidently. Let's celebrate elegant aging together.